Hey everyone, it's Zach, and today is another episode of Hope for Master Ball. Now, if you missed the past couple episodes, we actually went on a hot streak. I did a bunch of recordings in advance to not lose that hot streak, and we ended up hitting Master Ball. So, we've made Master Ball tier officially last episode. After I made Master Ball, I made a bunch of bulk videos in advance, so I took some time to take a break. I did some raid battles, finally got a Steam Engine G-Max Colossal, so I was really excited from that, and I did a best of 3 set with Wi-Fi Mirrorment. That link will also be down in the description if you want to check that out. But right now, it's been a couple days since we got back onto Master Ball rank, and comment down below, how much do you think my standing is going to drop? I'm saying, like, I'm in the 8,000s now. Let's check it out. Leave your comments down below. How far did I drop? Ooh, 7,554. So I was kind of close. But anyways, we are going to jump into it, and we are going to continue using the G-Max Alcremie team. We did make the change and add Whimsicott onto the team, so I'm going to give it its fair run of Master Ball and then move on to the next team. So our first opponent is found, and this is Trav. Okay, I see Indeedee, regular Darmanitan, Duraludon, Cinescorch, Heliotile, and Barraskewda. So a lot of variety going on here. The first thing I noticed is that there is a lot of weakness to there's a lot of like fire problems. So Excadrill is not who we're going to go with. Alcremie and Whimsicott get some Tailwind up. And we'll go Arcanine and Milotic in the back. Milotic actually looks like it could have a really good matchup with those two fire types. I am worried about the Heliotile. I've been actually seeing a lot of those. So we have Trav, and let's see what he leads. We see Indeedee and Centiskorch. So we are going to probably, I want to say, get trapped in here. And we'll probably see a follow me from the Indeedee. I'm not sure if I want to. Let's just go for the Dynamax. We'll go for the Indeedee and just set up Tailwind to see how that goes. I am worried about the Whimsicott. It's not Focus Sash, so if that Cinescorch targets it down with a fire type move, that could be an issue. But we see the Centiskorch Gigantamax. And we see that without the Tailwind, the Centiskorch actually outspeeds Alcremie, so it's a good thing we picked Tailwind, even if we do end up losing Whimsicott this turn. And a Fake Out from Indeedee. Good play, so you double into the Whimsicott to just take it out. I am concerned that most of Centiskorches do carry Giga Drain to deal with water types. And we'll see the Indeedee prop a berry, so it came to take some hits. And we see the Fire Spin. So we do get an Intimidate off with Arcanine. And we see that the Centiskorch is White Smoke, which is going to prevent stat drops. I think I do want to target down this Indeedee because I feel like it's going to be an issue. So the combination of Snarl, Helping Hand. So the combination of Snarl and G-Max Finale should do enough, hopefully. But we do get a special attack drop on Indeedee. And we see a Max Rockfall come out and just take out the Arcanine. Wow. So this Centiskorch has done a really good job of just handling what I brought in to counter the matchup. I'm curious to see if what comes now. The question is, do we survive a max overgrowth? I think one of the best things we can do here is a Snarl and Muddy Water, hoping that we are able to survive. And we'll see a Rock Slide come out and max overgrowth. And Milotic doesn't survive, so he does bring up grassy terrain, which is actually not too bad for us. And we'll max Flare, which does nothing. So I think at this point, we're just going to see the Darmanitan continue to Rock Slide to go for flinches and just attacks coming out from Centiskorch. Fortunately, we do have Dazzling Gleam, which will do spread damage, but at this point, I don't think the spread damage is going to be enough. And we'll see an Iron Head come out. And a Fire Lash, which will drop the speed of Alcremie and knock it out. So wow, I'm really impressed with the G-Max Centiskorch that they went with. I wonder if leading with Milotic would have done the battle any differently. But oh well, let's move on to the next one. We have our next opponent, Oleson. And we see what is probably the two new hidden ability starters with Cinderace and Rillaboom, Charizard, Whimsicott, Excadrill, and Phalanx. So really type heavy team. But I feel here Arcanine and Rotom will actually probably do the best. Actually, let's go with Tailwind support. And Alcremie really doesn't offer much, but Excadrill could do good in the matches that it's in. And I think we need to keep Milotic in the back with 2 fire types. But then again, we saw the 2 fire types come out on the last match, and it didn't end up so well. My opponent is going to lead Whimsicott and Rillaboom. Rillaboom does have the option to fake out. And we see that the Rillaboom is the Grassy Surge. So I think here we probably just see a fake out come out from the Rillaboom. So I want to switch an Arcanine to get an Intimidate off, and I am just going to Max Steel Strike into the Whimsicott. And we'll get an Intimidate off, which will help us against the Rillaboom. Who did you fake out here? Or did you even fake out? We could see a taunt, we could see a knockoff. Rillaboom is just a really useful Pokemon, especially to lead off with. And we will see the fake out come out into what was the Whimsicott slot. And we'll see the Tailwind go up. And we'll bring the Whimsicott down to its sash. Not to mention get a defense boost on both of our Pokemon. Whimsicott will heal back some. But I think at this point, like, a Heat Wave is really safe, even though we'll see attacks come out from Rillaboom and Whimsicott before we even get a turn because Tailwind's up. And I think the more Steel Spikes we can get off, the more defense boost we can get, the better. And Charm. Charm's been used a lot. And Woodhammer actually doesn't do much. We'll get a solid Heat Wave off, which does a great amount to Rillaboom. So we're plus tuned defense with both of our Pokemon. Excadrill's Focus Sash has been broken, so we do have to be careful for that. Okay, and we'll see the Charizard. And Cinderace. So you went dual fire and dual grass, which is quite the unique combination. You have 2 more turns of Tailwind. I just want to double protect and see which Pokemon wants a max. I want to say it's probably the Charizard, but we do see a regular Pokeball, so it could be the Cinderace. And it is the Cinderace that chooses to, Dynamax. And I would assume since the Rillaboom was hidden ability Grassy Surge, then we'll probably see a hidden ability Cinderace as well. And there we go. So we'll see the Max Knuckle. And who did you go for? You did go for the Arcanine. And we'll probably see a Heat Wave come out from the Charizard, yeah. And we'll just continue to heal from the grassy terrain. We could Will-O-Wisp, because right now you're a fighting type, but I'm really worried about let's go Milotic. And we'll see another Max Knuckle come off, which does a lot more damage this time around. And another Heat Wave come out. And we'll see a burn on Milotic. So that's very unfortunate. We will drop Charizard's special attack. So we did stall out the Tailwind. And you just continue to Max Knuckle. Another Max Knuckle will definitely take. Let's try to get a coil off, especially because we have Charizard down to a -1. And we'll see just another Heat Wave come out from the Charizard. But I mean, here we bring in Whimsicott and we're able to get a Tailwind off. I am a little worried that Milotic won't be able to get a speed advantage. Even with a Tailwind, I think that that Cinderace and Charizard might still outspeed it. But I think here we just have to set the Tailwind and let's try to put the Cinderace to sleep. So we'll get the Tailwind off. And we do land the Hypnosis. And we do outspeed after Tailwind goes up. We'll see Charizard go with a Heat Wave, and actually Whimsicott avoids, which is really good. So I think here with Cinderace being asleep and being stuck at being a fighting type, I think here we just need to maximize off of that and go for a Moonblast to get damage and try to just land... Let's land another Hypnosis on Charizard. Because we could Muddy Water to help almost guarantee Cinderace going out. Oh wow, we should have muddy watered. And we will miss the hypnosis. And Cinderace gets a turn 1 wake up. And Milotic avoids the Heat Wave this time. And Whimsicott actually survives, but gets the burn, so it will go down to burn. And we actually don't carry Rock Slide, so I think here we'll get another Coil off to boost up our defense, because that bounce is definitely coming into the Milotic spot. And Charizard just preferring to go for Heat Wave. And that still does a good amount. We're on a last turn of Tailwind, so I think here we just have to hope that Muddy Water can take out the Charizard. And we are able to secure the win with the double knockout. The burn made me a little concerned about being able to take out the Charizard. But Milotic is able to hold it down, take the momentum of the last turn of Tailwind, and secure the win. I think I did play my position really well. I had a good advantage on the starting set. And overall, I was able to just really work down my team with the Cinderace really just targeting one Pokemon. So we are able to get a Master Rank ribbon on this team. So we're going to get one more in for this episode. And yeah, the Charizard was choice spec. So once you locked into Heat Wave, you were stuck there. And I think Air Slash would have done you so much better. Because then you play the chance for flinches before the Tailwind went up. But I mean, with Excadrill and Whimsicott still on the board, I can understand why you locked into Heat Wave. Okay, and we do have our next trainer. Epic Gamer 360 at a 9,028. And once again, we see the Cinderace. We see a Dracovish, Tyranitar, Togekiss, Excadrill, and Serena. How do I handle that Serena? Would probably have to do with the Arcanine. The Dracovish is what I'm worried about. There's no Tailwind though, so we should be able to get a Tailwind off if we can get Whimsicott in cleanly. That Dracovish and the Cinderace, though, that is a hard thing to start with. So we see the Sand mode come out. We will be able to get an Intimidate off on both of these Pokemon. And we'll have to see if the Excadrill is Mold Breaker. Okay, and we actually didn't see the Mold Breaker activate, so I think a switch into Rotom here would be pretty safe. I am worried about Rock Slide. But I want to say we probably see a Max Steel Spike come from the Excadrill. But if they chose to go for the Max Quake, then we can get some good momentum. We'll see the Excadrill Dynamax here first. It is -1 though, thankfully. And we are able to call the Max Quake going into the Arcanine slot. So we'll get a good Max Flare to go off, and we will take away the Sand. And we'll just see a Rock Slide come out from the Tyranitar. And I think here, like, I think we just cycle back in another Intimidate. Making both of these Pokemon -2. We'll just see a Max Rockfall come out into the Arcanine, which will take it out, unfortunately. Oh, and it's a critical hit, so... Fortunately, though, with Alcremie being slower, we are able to keep the sun up. And I think here we get our clean switch into Whimsicott. And we'll just see another Rock Slide come out from Tyranitar, but it does miss. So I think here's the best time to get Whimsicott out, because we don't take any extra damage. And that Cinderace is going to be a problem, because we are down to just our last few, and they are two Grass Mons. But the Tailwind going up will help. As we saw in Tailwind last match, our Milotic outsped the Cinderace, so we should be able to outspeed with, and you get the Protect. Okay. So good Protect. We probably activate a Weakness Policy here. And there's the Weakness Policy activated. which is actually going to bring Tyranitar back up to neutral. And Gunk Shot, so we have a stab poison move coming out, which is actually going to one-shot the Alcremie. Okay, so now we have just Rotom coming in. And I want to say at this point, like, the Cinderace is a bigger challenge than the Tyranitar at this point. So we will get a Thunderbolt off. And oh. I think that's GG's here, folks. It does lose the Cinderace to Life Orb. And they bring out the Serena. So I think at this point we have to get the Giga Drain off and hope that we can live the double up. We do heal a lot back, but it's not going to be enough. And another critical hit. Man, like, hidden ability Cinderace is so good. A lot of fire types we went up against today. But I guess we'll have to start working on our own Cinderace team. But anyways, that's all for today. If you made it this far in the video, I want to say thanks for watching. And let me know how I can improve the team in the comments down below. While you're down there, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.